Welcome back to Q-Man's Garage. Today I'm showing you how to install my newest product, the small engine device charger, so you can charge on the go while you ride. So this is my BSP 212cc motor, and this kit is designed to work on any small engine. It doesn't matter what you have, as long as you have the dual or single charge coils installed under the flywheel. This is what that setup looks like when you have it installed on your engine. You have the two charge coils and the flywheel with the internal magnets, and you have an output of two wires. You have a brown and a yellow wire. When installed on the engine, the output wires look like this, brown and yellow, coming out of the back of the front cover. Now, this is what's included with my product. You either get the USB-A and USB-C version, or just the USB-A version. They are both the same, just two ports or one port. You also get the installation instructions and the specifications and troubleshooting guide. The kit comes pre-installed with 3.5 feet of wire, and it comes installed with two T-taps on both ends inside the spade connectors. These are removable, and you need to remove them for installation. The tools you will need are just a plier and possibly a wire stripper if your wires are too hard. Your first step is to take the T-taps out of the spade connectors and install the T-taps on these wires. Now, I'm going to assume that you're using these wires for other things, so we're going to use these T-taps to tap into the center of them. But if you're not, you could just put the T-tap on the end of the pre-stripped version to make it easier. Now you simply open the T-tap and look for the groove, and you want to insert the wire into that groove. So brown is our positive wire, so we insert it into the groove and we close this over it, and then we bring our plier and we squish it down until we hear a click, like so, and that's connected. Now sometimes these don't actually cut into the wire. See, it looks like it's in, but it hasn't actually cut into the wire. So what we're gonna do is strip a little section of this and then reinstall it. Using the wire stripper, I just stripped a little section of the wire, and now we can reinstall the T-tap over it. Sometimes the T-tap, the inside of it falls out like this. You can just reinsert it and re-put it on the wire. If it falls out like this, you need to insert it into the empty part, not the part that has a little line going through. So if you just put it into here, it's back together. Now we can put it over the stripped section of wire and close it down, crimp it again, make sure it's closed, and now we're good. Now you have to do the same for the yellow wire, which is your ground wire. Now for the yellow wire, I stripped a small section, so we just put it in there, close the T-tap, and then crimp it, and we're good to go. And now you bring your device. I'm just gonna use the dual port to show you, and we connect our positive wire. Here, let's just take this out. Our positive wire will go to the brown wire coming from the charge coils. So red to the brown. And here you have to kind of pay attention. The internal metal on the spade connector needs to insert into the center of the T-tap. Sometimes it'll go slightly above it like that, or slightly below it, and you can't tell. So double check when you insert these that they go directly into the center. Sometimes you have to like wiggle it. And double check. Oh, see, didn't go in. So you just kind of have to play with it a little. And there we go. Now we do the black wire to the yellow wire. Make sure it goes into the center. Sometimes they're a little tricky. There we go, double check. And I'm gonna leave these exposed, but if you don't have this connected to anything, you should cut these off and tape them off. Now your wiring is complete and you have 2 ports ready to use. I will now start the engine and show you how these are both working. Alright, I have moved outside so you can hear me better with the engine running. Now we have our T-taps installed, our device installed. We have a USB-C cable and a USB-A to lightning cable. This is the iPhone we're going to charge, not charging right now. And this is the light we're going to test at the same time. So turn the key, start the engine. As you can see, the iPhone and the USB-C light were both charging at the same time. And I've tested this out on long distance rides and whatnot, and it works for long rides. It's actually best for long rides because then it can cool while you ride. Now, how do you mount this, you might ask? Well, around the device are 10 latches made to be used with zip ties. These zip ties are not included because this is a universal design. It's not just for mini bikes. Use whatever size zip ties you need and insert them through the latches. The zip ties will get stopped like this, and you can loop it around this part and the frame like this. You can see, and what this allows you to do is you can literally mount it anywhere. I have it here, but I used to have it up here where I made this new product. And you can put it up here on the handlebar because it has tabs on the front as well. Anywhere you decide, just anywhere away from the exhaust. This is a pretty good location. I've tested it out and this doesn't make a difference. This is a safe spot, but you get to decide with these latches. One thing I would like to mention is that since there is 2 ports, if you have the 2-port design, you need to be careful of overloading the charger. If it's being overloaded, it'll make a high-pitched sound, and that means it's outputting more than the 2 amps it's supposed to. If that happens, you need to unplug one of the devices, and that means that device is drawing too much current, so you can't really use that with this. If you just do it one at a time, it should be fine, but if you're using 2 and it starts making that high-pitched noise, just unplug one of the higher power devices. And that is it for this video. You can find these at qmansgarage.com. I hope this helped you install it and show you how this works. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you for watching.